Good morning, good morning, and welcome to another Command Your Day. Hop on in the room. I pray that you are all doing well. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Double tap the screen for me if you're able to do that. Share the stream out if you're able to do that as well. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Anika V. Brown, Master Life Coach and Mentor with a focus in productivity and mindset. Welcome to my virtual space. This is our time where we gather and we use words to breathe life into our day. We get our mindset in the right place and we set our intentions for a productive day. Good morning to you. Hi, Vivi. Hi, Ruben. Good morning to you. User FFQ, good morning to you. Welcome to the room. Hi, Saint Lair. Good morning, Soy. Welcome to the room. Hi, Joss Moore. Good morning to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Double tap the screen for me. Again, if you're able to do that, share the stream out as well. If you are new here, go ahead and hit the follow button. We're live here every morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time for Command Your Day. For those of you who are new here, what you're looking at is the cover to my new book, The Bold Moves Manual, which is what we work from here in the morning time. It is mindset coaching in a book. Yes, it is. We have committed to making bold moves this year, and we're working our way through this book to help us, to aid us in making these bold moves this year. Not letting fear hold us back, not discounting ourselves, but doing a bit of reprogramming, mindset reprogramming, so that we can execute on these big, bold goals that we have this year. Hi, little bit. How are you? Thank you so much for all the hearts. Thank you. I appreciate it. Good morning. Good morning, Olivia. Welcome to the room. Double tap the screen for me if you're able to do that. Welcome to my virtual space. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, if you haven't hit the follow button yet, please go ahead and do so you will get the notification whenever I go live. Hey, Ruth Sess, how are you? Hello, Michelle. Welcome to the room. Good morning. Good morning, little bit. How are you? Hello, Chris. Hi, Bobby. Welcome to the room. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Linford. How are you? Welcome to the room. Come on in. Come on in. So two things you got to do if you're new here. Hit the follow button, join the family so you will get the notification whenever I go live. And the second thing is to see the link that is in my bio to join the Commanders community. It is free. You get valuable information there and you stay up to date on what is going on in the community. Good morning, Liz. How are you? Hey, Bobby. Good morning. Welcome to the room. Again, for those of you who are just hopping in, what you're looking at is a cover to my new book, The Bold Moves Manual, which is what we work from here during the week in the morning time. This is what we work from. It is mindset coaching in a book. It's not just a regular book, but it is mindset coaching in a book. So if you have some really big goals, really bold moves that you want to make this year, but you have some limitations where your thoughts or where your mindset is concerned, this book will help you to reprogram that so you can cultivate the courage and the confidence that is needed to make these bold moves. You can grab your copy on Amazon, or if you would like the e-version of it, you can download it from the link that is in my bio. If you can't locate it, if you're not sure how to get to my bio, all you have to do is tap my profile picture. It's going to take you to my bio. There are two links there. One for you to get to my digital store and a second one for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have plenty of content on my YouTube channel that you can catch up on. All right. Good morning, Teeks. How are you? Hello, user 478. Good morning to you. Welcome to the room. All right. So let's jump right into our gratitude check-in. Let's do that. Let's jump right into our gratitude check-in. Now, we do this exercise every morning. Good morning, Danny. How are you? I'm doing good. I am doing good, Teeks. I'm doing good. So we do our gratitude check-in every morning to help to keep us in a mindset of abundance. We're not complaining about what we lack. Hey, good morning, Kim. How are you? Good morning, Miss Gloria. Happy Saturday to you. So we're not getting caught up in what we don't have, what's not here, who's not here. No, we're looking around and we're being grateful for everything that we already have, right? It doesn't matter how small it is, we're being grateful for it. So go ahead and drop in the comments 3 things that you're grateful for today. What are 3 things that you are grateful for today? Go ahead and drop them in the comments. Again, this exercise is really going to help you to stay in a mindset of abundance. Let's see here. Let me read some of these. A peaceful day yesterday. Awesome. Waking up today and having a calming feeling. Ooh, I love that. I love that for you. I absolutely love that for you. Hi, Saida. How are you? Hi, Triana. Good morning. Welcome to the room. So, what we're doing is our gratitude check in. We're dropping 3 things in the comments that we're grateful for today. It may not be the most expensive things, it may not be the name brand things, but we're finding 3 things that we can be grateful for today. And doing this exercise is going to keep us in a mindset of abundance. I'm grateful for some good rest, renewed strength, and peace. Awesome. I love that. I'm grateful for the big 3. Awesome. If you're new here, the big 3 is life, health, and strength. So if those are the things that you're grateful for today, go ahead and drop that in the comments. The big 3, life, health, and strength. Grateful for waking up this morning, peace, and good health. I love that. I love that. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Now, we've also made a promise to ourselves that we're going to make bold moves this year. Let's see. I'm grateful for my faith, family, and health. Awesome. I love that, Kim. Thank you for dropping that. Now, we've also made a promise to ourselves that we're going to make bold moves this year. So I want you to reiterate that promise by typing in the comments, I am making bold moves this year. I am making bold moves this year. Go ahead and type that in the comments. Yes, we're making bold moves this year. We're doing it together. So we come together as a community and we make this promise to ourselves. We get the strategies that we need right here, and then we go out and we execute. We make these bold moves. Good morning, Queen E. How are you? Yes, I am making bold moves this year. So for those of you who are just hopping in the room, what you're looking at is the cover to my new book, The Bold Moves Manual, which is what we're working through. It is mindset coaching in a book. So if you're on this journey with us of making bold moves, you can go ahead and grab a copy of it on Amazon. Join us right here every morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, so you can follow along, get the mindset coaching that is needed, and go out and make those bold moves. I promise you, you will not regret your purchase when you grab a copy of this book and you come here, join us, get our mindset together, and go out and make these bold moves that we're endeavoring to make this year. This is the year that we're going to get healed. This is the year that we're going to write the book, start the business, buy the house, right? Move to the new city, go back to school, whatever your bold move is, this is the year that we get it done. This is the year that we get it done. And it all starts in the mind. So if we can get that mindset coaching, we program our mind, get rid of those limiting thoughts and those limiting beliefs that's been following us for a very long time, then we'll have no issues making these bold moves. So again, you can grab your copy on Amazon, The Bold Moves Manual, or you can type my name in, Anika V. Brown, and it will pop up on Amazon. Grab your copy, meet us right here, and let's make bold moves together. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so let's move right into our prayer. We're going to pray really quickly. Good morning, Lilia. How are you? So we're going to pray really quickly. We're going to pray the 23rd Psalm, and then we will move into the rest of the agenda. All right, so here we go. I'm going to pray for all of us, and then you're going to type amen at the end, which says that you agree with the prayer. All right, so here we go. The Lord is our shepherd, we shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside still waters. He restores our souls. He leads us in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil. For thou art with us, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. Thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil, our cups run over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen, amen, and amen. So that is the 23rd Psalm that we pray every morning. For those of you who are interested in getting the Bold Moves manual, there is a specific prayer in the front of the manual for you to help you to overcome fear and embrace boldness that you would be praying every day. All right. So when you get your copy, there's a Bold Moves prayer in the front of the manual. Alrighty, let's keep it moving. We're going to move right into our affirmations. It's time to position our mindset. I'm going to read through the list. You're going to repeat it to yourself, and then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. I agree with that. All right, so here we go. I am capable. I am responsible. I am grateful. I am focused on growth. I control my attitude. I am authentically me everywhere I go. I am worthy of God's best for me. I am patient with myself. I am patient with others. I have compassion for myself, and I have compassion for others. I embrace positive thinking. I welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. I am courageous and I have peace. I forgive myself and I forgive others. My spirit is renewed. My mind is free. I have a success mindset. I have a clear vision. I am a discipline builder. I am accountable to my goals. I am innovative. I am influential. I am a winner. I am healed and whole. And today I choose peace. Today I choose joy. Today I choose faith. And today I choose to flourish. I give myself permission to be successful. I give myself permission to take up space. I give myself permission to live my dreams. I give myself permission to win. So these are the affirmations that we use every morning to position our mindset. You can also find these affirmations inside of the Bold Moves manual when you grab your copy on Amazon. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank y'all so much for typing I agree. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Jenny, good morning. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Silvana. Good morning. Welcome to the room. Alrighty. Real quick announcements. Be sure that you join the Commanders community. Again, you can do that by tapping my profile picture, which is going to take you to my bio. The very first link in my bio, if you tap that link, it's going to open up my digital store. And the first option on there says Commanders Community, which is a free community. You get valuable information there, and you stay up to date on what is going on. All right. So join the Commanders community. Next thing, grab your copy of the Bold Moves manual so you can follow along with us. It really helps you to retain the information and to grasp the full strategy as it is laid out in the manual. So grab your copy of the Bold Moves Manual on Amazon, or you can download the e-version from the link that is in my bio as well. All right. My next live mentorship session will be on July 26th, which is a few Saturdays from now. So if you want to be in the room with myself and my other mentees, if you want to work with me, you can DM me the word mentor and I'll help you to get enrolled. All right. Awesome. Let's keep it moving. So it is Revisit Saturday, and we're going to be looking back on two of the words that we covered this past week. These two words, they're outlined, fully outlined inside of the book, The Bold Moves Manual. What I'm going to give you today is just a brief footnote of two of the words that's included inside of the Bold Moves Manual. So if you find it good, if you find the information good, if it's helping you, you want to go ahead and grab your copy of the Bold Moves Manual on Amazon. All right, so let's look back at two of the words in brief details. Brief details. So the first word that we're going to look at is health. We talked about health this past week. We have passed the halfway mark of the year. So if you had some major health goals from the start of the year, now would be a good time to reassess and see where you are, right? Where are you with your health goals? Have you been getting those markers or meeting those markers as it pertains to your health? Do you fully understand what your health goals should be, right? Does your health goals encompass the total you, or are you just focusing on weight? Are you just focusing on mindset, right? Now is a time mid-year to reevaluate and see where your health is overall, not just losing weight, not just toning up, right? But your overall health. So here's a definition that I went with for the word health. A state of complete physical, spiritual, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So again, the total you, all of you, not just your physical health, but your spiritual, your mental, your social well-being. How is that doing at this halfway mark or past halfway mark of the year? It is important that you do an evaluation. All right. So we're talking about health, not just physical health, but full life health. That is what we're talking about. Mind, body, spirit, right? Health isn't just the absence of sickness. It's the presence of balance, right? The presence of balance, overall balance. Because you can have a healthy body, but your mind is toxic, right? You think thoughts that are demeaning to yourself, right? You think negative thoughts about other people, about situation. You can have a healthy body and be extremely judgmental. Now that is not healthy at all, right? So it's about the presence of balance. That's what we're talking about. You can also have a great image, but a broken identity, right? You can look really good in front of the camera for the crowd, but when you get to yourself or get by yourself, you don't really know who you are. You don't know who you are. You can put a mask on for the audience or for people, but when you get by yourself, you don't really like yourself. Now that's not healthy, right? It's not healthy. So yes, you can have a healthy body and a toxic mind. You can have a great image and a broken identity. We want to fix all of that. True health is in alignment and balance, right? Mind, body, spirit, purpose, peace. Peace. These are all things that makes up a balanced you or a healthier version of you. Now, to heal deeply, because this is what is necessary for total health, to heal deeply requires honesty. Yes, totally healthy. Yes, indeed. To heal deeply requires honesty. You can't heal what you won't admit. So you got to admit, you know what? My mindset is not where I want it to be. I think thoughts that really hold me back, or I'm very judgmental when I see other individuals' situation. I got to work on that, right? I need to heal whatever is inside of me that is causing me to think that way, right? So you can't heal what you won't admit. Total health starts with honesty. Asking yourself questions like, am I emotionally drained? Am I mentally overwhelmed? Right? Am I spiritually disconnected? These are some honesty questions that you got to ask yourself and address them based on what you come up with. And again, be very honest with yourself. You know what? I'm emotionally drained. I've been there for everybody. I've poured myself out, right? I've supported everyone, and no one returns that for me. I'm emotionally drained. Let me focus on healing my emotions now, right? Are you mentally overwhelmed? You are the one coming up with all the solutions, right? You're going here, going there, just running around, right? Everybody's dumping their issues on you. Are you mentally drained? You got to be honest and say, you know what? I cannot take another person's issue on me. Not today. I can't do it today. I can't. I know you got this going on and that going on, but today I cannot mentally handle that. And you got to be okay saying that. When you get to that space where you recognize that you're mentally overwhelmed, you got to be okay saying to somebody that is coming to tell you another drama about their baby daddy, baby mama, or whatever type of family issue, you got to be able to say, you know what? Not today. I cannot take that load on today. I know you're going through, but I am mentally overwhelmed. I cannot take that on today. Be okay saying that. All right? Be okay saying that, because if you continue to allow individuals to just dump their load on you, eventually you're going to snap and say or do something that you may regret. So when you recognize that you're mentally overwhelmed, do not allow another person to dump on you. Okay? Don't do it. You got to stand up for yourself and say, you know what? Not today. I cannot take that on today. Yeah, putting out fires, consistently putting out fires for everybody. Oh, somebody got a financial issue. They're coming to dump on you. I can't pay my rent. I can't do this for the kids. I can't do that for and you have such a big heart. Your mind goes into overload or overtime, trying to figure out, how can I help this person? What suggestions can I make? Right? Who do I know that can help them? Just goes into overdrive, right? When you were already mentally overwhelmed, with your own life issues. So when you recognize that, you got to be able to say, you know, I cannot take this on today. I can't take it on today. I really can't. I really can't, because if I take another ounce of someone else's issue, I just may lose it. And I can't afford to do that. Jesus is doing spiritual surgery on me right now in that area. Amen. Amen. And follow through. Keep going through it as he's working on you and you're recognizing those areas. Process them, work through them. You're going to be better for it. All right. So be honest with yourself. Do an assessment. Look yourself in the mirror. Am I emotionally drained? Am I mentally overwhelmed? Am I spiritually disconnected? Be honest with yourself and then address these issues. All right. Address them. So let's look at the 3 dimensions of health really quickly. 3 dimensions of health. Number 1, mental health. Are your thoughts empowering or exhausting? Do an assessment. Listen to how you talk to yourself. Listen to the thoughts that you're processing consistently. Listen to them. You can do that. Yes, you can. You're not crazy for doing that. But listen to the things that you're saying. Listen to the issues that you're constantly trying to resolve in your mind. Pay attention to them. Recognize if they're draining you so you can stop them, right? You can retrain your brain. You can decide what you want to think about in the moment when you recognize that, you know what, thinking about this is making me exhausted. Let's switch that, right? Change the film. Change the film. Let's think about something else that is more empowering. So when it comes to mental health, you want to assess, are your thoughts empowering or exhausting? Endeavor to process thoughts that empower you, that makes you feel like living on, going on, that energizes you, right? Gets you excited for the day, excited for life. Try to process thoughts like those. And you must protect your peace at all costs. Protect your peace. Can't say that loud enough. Protect your peace. Anything in your life that is stealing your peace, you have to separate from it. You have to pull back. Anything in your life, anyone in your life that is stealing your peace. Good morning, she got that. How are you? Anything in your life that is stealing your peace, you have to separate. You have to pull back. You have to, right? The price paying for something or to be connected to someone, and the price is your peace, that is too expensive. I know it's like a cliche saying, but it is so true. If the cost of a thing is your peace, pass on that. If the cost of a thing is your peace, you want to pass on that. Because if you lose your mind, you can't enjoy it anyways, right? And if you're constantly in turmoil, if your heart is constantly troubled, you can't enjoy it no way. So you may as well pass on it if it's going to cost you your peace. All right? I know it's a hard thing. There are certain things that are more difficult to give up than others. But if it costs you your peace, if your heart can't be at peace, your mind is constantly racing, it's too expensive. We got to pass on it. All right? So protect your peace at all costs. I'm telling you, I've been in the medical field for a very long time, and I've seen the result of individuals who no longer have full mental capacity to process thoughts, to make the right decision, to do basic things because they have lost that capacity, and it's heartbreaking. So protect your peace at all costs, right? Every time. My peace comes first. Anything that is stealing my peace, I can't have it. I don't want it. I don't. All right? Yeah. Yes, Lilia. Yes, indeed. Take breaks when necessary. Unplug as needed. Recenter yourself when it's called for. All right? Mental health is extremely important. Extremely important. The second dimension of health is emotional health, right? Emotional health is the ability to feel fully, process wisely what it is that you're feeling, and then respond intentionally. All right. We talked about the TEB cycle this past week. Your thoughts trigger your emotions, and your emotions trigger your behavior. All right. So emotional health is the ability to feel fully, feel what it is that you're experiencing, process that feeling wisely, right? And respond intentionally. So we're not just jumping off or popping off. I think that's a term that they use. No, we're not. We're going to feel fully what it is that we're feeling. Yes, I'm disappointed. I'm hurt, right? Then you're going to process that. Okay, let me just have my moment to feel this hurt, right? I'm just going to take a moment to feel this hurt and feel this disappointment. And then I'm going to respond intentionally. No, I'm not going to try to get back at you, because I just may try to get back at you, and I get back at you so hard that I end up regretting whatever the action was to get back at you. All right. So emotional health is that I'm going to feel the disappointment. I'm going to feel the hurt. I'm going to process it wisely. You know what, this hurt, but I gotta be wise about what I do next, right? That is processing wisely. This hurt, this is disappointing, but I have to be wise about what I do next. And then you respond intentionally. All right. Don't do anything that you're going to end up regretting because your emotions got out of sorts. All right. So you want to be able to handle, manage, regulate your emotions. So it's not about not having emotions. It's about regulating them, not masking them. Because if you mask the disappointment, you mask the hurt, you just cover it up and you're like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. Never mind that. It's okay. If you do that, eventually it's going to boil over. It's going to turn into something else and you're going to explode. So you got to process the feeling. You got to process the hurt. You got to process the disappointment. You have to process it. Don't mask it, because anything that you cover, eventually the lid is going to blow off. So emotional health is the ability to feel fully, process wisely, and then respond intentionally. So we're not masking our emotions. We're going to feel it, process it, make a conscious and a wise decision as to how we're going to respond to this hurt, to this disappointment, to this betrayal, right? And I know for some it's easier said than done, but if you practice this, right, retrain yourself to manage your emotions, you will get there. You will get there. Maybe the first time you did as you always do and you just pop off. I think that's the term that they use, right? You just said whatever you wanted to say, whatever you felt in the moment. But maybe the next time you're a little bit more quiet because you're really processing the thought, right? You may not say the right thing after, but you took the time to process what it was that you're feeling, right? Guilty of it. Okay. And that's okay. You're being honest. You're being honest. All right. So we want to regulate our emotions. Don't just jump off. Take a moment. Take a second. I know the counting 1 to 5 seems elementary, but even as an adult, it works. It gives you time to process. It gives you time to decide on what your next move is going to be. So if you're heated in the moment, take a step back and count 1 to 5. I know it sounds elementary, but I promise you that 5 second just may be the thing that saves your reputation, right? That prevents you from getting into trouble with the law. Even though they're the one that wronged you or did you wrong or betrayed you, you taking that 5 second to step back and count to 5 could be the 5 second that saves you, save your reputation, prevents you from getting in trouble with the law. So again, emotional health is the ability to feel fully, process wisely, and respond intentionally. So we're talking about health. For those of you who are just hopping in the room, what you're looking at is the cover of my book, The Bold Moves Manual. These notes that I'm going over, you can find them fully outlined, the full strategy inside of the book. I'm just giving you some footnotes here. So if you find it good, if this information is helping you, grab the book so that you can get the full details on the words that I'm covering today. All right. So I'll try this 5 count to control myself. Yes, you can try it. Yes, indeed, you can try it. Thank you for wisdom. You're welcome. You're welcome. So take some time to really process what it is that you're experiencing. All right. Then the third dimension is spiritual health. The third dimension is spiritual health. If your spirit is starving, your life will feel dry, and nothing grows in a dry state, right? Nothing grows in a dry state. If you're feeling dry in the area of your spiritual health, it is time to reconnect to the source. Reconnect to the source. The more God pours into you, the more you have to give to others, right? So make sure that you are in position or in proximity to God so he can pour in you, pour into you. All right. Our body, let's talk about our body really quickly. We talked about emotional health and mental health. Let's talk about our bodies. Let's talk about our bodies. So good health is honoring the body that God gave you. We're not worshiping it. We're honoring our body, because your body could become an idol if you're giving it your full attention, and worshiping your body can become an idol, and we don't want to do that. All right. But you're going to honor your body, nourish it, move it, rest it, hydrate it. Right. Don't wait for a diagnosis to prioritize your physical health. Don't do that. Good health is a lifestyle of stewardship. So try to make healthy decisions every day. Try to make at least one healthy decision that is really going to help you physically. All right. And understand that you're not selfish for prioritizing your healing. Right. You're not selfish for doing that. You're not weak for needing rest. The body needs rest. So you're not weak when it comes time for you to rest. And I know if you are a high achiever like me, resting sometimes can feel like being unproductive, but it's not. You're actually being productive by resetting your body. All right. So resting is not weakness. I've told y'all that I have been unplanned off of my nursing job for almost 2 weeks now, right? And I have really been resting, getting a healthy balance of making sure that I exercise for my physical health and also resting, right? So it's not weak to rest. You are not unspiritual if you decide can't find my words. If you decide to take a break, you're not unspiritual for that, right? So think about this. What does the healthiest version of you look like in your mind, your body, your spirit? What does the healthiest version of you look like? And what would it take to meet this version of yourself where you're all round healthy, physically, spiritually, emotionally? What would that look like, and what would it take for you to meet this version of yourself? That work must be done. Where am I spiritually? Where do I want to go spiritually? And what will it take for me to get there? What are the practices that I need to put in place so I can get to this spiritual goal? Where am I physically? Right? Where's my physical health? And where do I want to be? What do I need to do? So this is what your day is going to look like. What do I need to do to get to this physical goal that I'm trying to get to? Where am I emotionally? Am I managing my emotions well? What does managing my emotion look like for me based on the way that I have been responding to life? Because everybody respond differently. So you got to do an assessment. Where am I emotionally? What type of work do I need to do to get to this emotional goal? All right. So you want to do an assessment. It's time to start healing. Start the healing process today. Let's stop managing symptoms and start walking in wholeness. In wholeness, right? You deserve to be well in every area of your life. We all deserve that. So those are the footnotes. I know it was long, but it's just a brief outline of the notes on the word health. So if you want the full outline, again, grab the book, The Bold Moves Manual. Grab the book. The full outline is inside of the book. If that brief portion of it helped you, I know the full outline will help you. So grab the Bold Moves Manual on Amazon so you can get the full outline on health and the full strategy. All right. Now, let's talk really quickly about self-mastery. Let's do that. Let's talk really quickly about self-mastery. Self-mastery. That's the next thing that we're going to talk about. This is the ability to control one's desires or impulses. Self-mastery. The ability to control one's own desires or impulses. You got to understand that God gave you dominion, but you can't rule externally until you first rule internally. All right? You got to first rule internally. Now, another way, yes, Lilia, self-mastery. Another way to put self-mastery is the discipline to lead yourself well before expecting to lead anything or another person, right? Biblically speaking, a person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls. In other words, if you can't master your mood, if you can't manage your mind or discipline your decisions, you're very vulnerable. There's no protection. There's no safety net, right? There's no safety net. You just jump out there, do whatever the desire is. You don't stop yourself. You don't pull back. You're very vulnerable if that is how you live your life, right? Now, self-mastery isn't about perfection. It's not about perfection. It's about ownership. Ownership of your emotions, ownership of your habits, ownership of your growth, right? Which are all necessary for you to make bold moves this year. If you're the one saying, I want to make bold moves this year. I want to do the thing that I've been putting off for the last 5 years. I want to execute on this plan that I've had for a very long time. You're going to have to take ownership of your emotions. You're going to have to take ownership of your habits. You have to take ownership of your growth. Stop waiting for things to miraculously fall out of the sky. You have to take ownership. You have to. And that's what self-mastery is about, taking ownership. Now, here are the 3 pillars of self-mastery. 3 pillars of self-mastery. Good morning, Teacher 7. How are you? Thank you so much for the roses. And for those of you who are just hopping in the room, I'm just going over 2 of the words that we covered this past week. You can get the full outline for these words in my book. That's a cover that you're looking at, the Bold Moves Manual. You can grab a copy on Amazon, or you can download the e-version from the link in my bio. All right, let's look at the 3 pillars of self-mastery. Number 1, identity awareness. You can't master what you don't understand. Until you see yourself the way God sees you, you'll keep sabotaging your own potential. Yes, you will. You got to be aware of your identity. You got to be aware of who you are. You're not just a worker. You're not just an employee, not just a parent. You're not just an entrepreneur, right? You are a vessel of influence. You are. Self-mastery begins when you stop chasing validation and start walking in your true identity. Your true identity. Right? Who God sees you as. The chosen one, the blessed one, the prosperous one, the healed one, the redeemed one, the one of royalty. You need to be aware of these identities and walk fully and boldly in them. Right? You have to have identity awareness for self-mastery. So every time you show up and every time you do something, you do it being fully aware of who you are. I am chosen. I am blessed. I am prosperous. All right? So you show up fully in your true identity. The second pillar is emotional discipline. You will find that your ability to manage, to handle your emotions is one of the key aspects of being successful in life. You have to, in everything, I'm going to talk about it all the time, you have to be able to manage your emotions. You have to. That's a common theme today, and you will hear me talk about it a lot. A book that I usually recommend for this is Emotional Intelligence 2.0. It's going to be very hard for you to be successful if you do not have your emotions under control. If you do not understand how to discipline your emotions, how to regulate your emotions, it's going to be very hard for you to be successful in anything. In anything. If you are a stay-at-home mom, for you to be successful in that, you have to be able to regulate your emotions when the kids are getting on your nerves, when things are not working out the way that they're supposed to, right? You can't just throw in the towel and give up. Right? You can't. You can't. So you're going to find that for you to be all around successful in every area of your life, your emotions are involved. And you have to be able to regulate your emotions. So the second pillar for self-mastery is emotional discipline. Emotions are indicators and not dictators. You can feel discouraged and still stay committed. You can feel tired and still stay faithful to the project, faithful to the goal. Mastery isn't the absence of feelings. It's learning to lean in spite of them and not allowing them to rule you. Again, for you to be successful in any area of your life, you're gonna have to learn how to handle your emotions. You can't cry over everything. You can't fall out over everything. You can't give up every time that you feel disappointed. You can't do that. If you do that, you're gonna be in a cycle of almost making it, almost getting there, almost accomplishing it. Because we know that before the breakthrough comes, it usually gets harder. It usually gets more difficult. Disappointment usually come. Somebody usually starts to act up and do some type of mess to throw you off your game. And if you're not able to regulate your emotions, you're going to be in a cycle of almost making it, almost getting it done, almost executing, almost accomplishing, almost finishing school. You gotta have emotional discipline. You have to. And again, the book that I recommend that you read is Emotional Intelligence 2.0. All right. And then the third pillar, and I'm almost done. The third pillar, again, if you want the full notes on these words, you got to get the book, The Bold Moves Manual. What I'm giving you is just a brief overview of these words, but the full strategy, the full outline for these words, you will get them in the book, The Bold Moves Manual. You can get it on Amazon, or you can download the e-version for the full outline. It's not just a regular book, it's mindset coaching in a book. So if your thoughts have been limiting you, got some cycles that you want to break out of, get the book. All right. So the third pillar for self-mastery is consistent execution. Consistent execution. Your future is shaped more by your patterns than your prayers. And I know that shook somebody's mind. The fact that your future is shaped more by your patterns than your prayers. Here's what I mean by that. You can be praying for the body of an athlete day in, day out. I want the body of an athlete. I want the body of an athlete. How can I download the e-version? I really need that book. So you're going to tap my profile picture. You're going to, there are two links in my bio. You're going to use the first link. When you tap the first link, it's going to open up a new page for you. If you do that right now, you won't lose me. It's just going to minimize the live, okay? So as I'm telling you, you can do it. Tap my profile picture. It's going to take you to my bio. There are two links in my bio. You're going to tap the first one that says New Dimension, right? That's the name of my business. The first one that says New Dimension, you're going to tap that. It's going to open up a new page for you. You won't lose me. I'm just going to be on the side, minimize. If you scroll down, you're going to see this cover. You just look for this cover, the same brown, white, and it says The Bold Moves Manual. You're going to tap that option, make your payment, process your payment, and then you will get the e-version, the download. All right. All right. Let me know if you have any trouble with it. Okay. Teacher 7, let me know if you have any issues with it. Send me a DM and I'll help you. All right. I'll help you with it. All right. Awesome. 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 So Where was I? Okay, so your future is shaped more by your patterns than your prayers. Again, you can be praying for the body of an athlete day in, day out. God, I want the body of an athlete. I want the body of an athlete. I want the body of an athlete. But if your daily patterns don't match what is required to have that body, you're still eating anything you want to eat. You eat and just lay down. You lay in bed and you eat, right? You're not making healthy food choices. Well, you're wasting your breath praying for the body of an athlete. You are, because your patterns don't match what it is that you desire. So your future is shaped more by your patterns than your prayers. All right? If your pattern, your life pattern is not making healthy choices, making sure that you exercise, right? If that is not your pattern, you're praying amiss. You're praying amiss. Okay? So your future is shaped more by your patterns than your prayers. When it comes to self-mastery, you cannot spend your life being reactionary. Right? You are not a victim to your emotions, your past, or your environment. You can master self and be proactive in life situation to get the desired results. All right? You know that you have this thing to do. Prepare ahead of time. Be proactive. Don't wait until something happened and then you react. Then you try to come up with a plan. No. We're not going to do that. When you master self, you become unshakable, and that should be the goal for us. You move differently when you master yourself. You attract differently when you master yourself. You do. You attract a different level of individuals, a different level of connections when you master yourself. You don't just do life anyhow, go anyhow, say anything. No, you've mastered self. Right? So when you master yourself, you become unshakable, you move different, you attract differently, you obey God quickly when you master self. You do. You stop procrastinating when you master yourself. You stop explaining your boundaries when you master self. Right? It's either they're going to fall in line with what your boundary is, or there just isn't going to be a connection. But you got to master yourself. You have to. You execute better when you master yourself. You do. You do. You execute so much better when you master yourself. So my challenge to you is that you identify one area where you've been undisciplined, right? You know you have a goal that you want to accomplish, but you've been undisciplined in that area. And I want you to take authority over that area. Take authority over it. Whether it's your time, right? You haven't been managing your time well. You do a lot of stuff that is unproductive, or it's not connected to the goal that you're trying to accomplish. Let's work on that time management piece. Maybe it's your health. You keep falling prey to that donut or that slice of chocolate cake. I try to keep chocolate cake out of my house because that's a weakness for me. So for me to master self, I keep it out of my house. All right? Or if it comes in my house, it stays out of sight. Right? Because I want to master this self of mine. All right? Maybe it's your thoughts. You've been thinking some thoughts that are non-productive. They don't get you ahead. Let's practice shifting as soon as you recognize that this thought is not empowering at all. Let's change that, because I'm mastering myself. No longer am I going to be thinking, you as well, Lilia. Yeah, I have to keep chocolate cake out of the house. That thing, man, it's never just okay, just one slice and done. Especially if I have it with butter pecan ice cream and double chocolate cake. Oh my God, that's trouble. in my house. So I try to keep it out. I try to keep it out. Double chocolate cake with butter pecan ice cream. I have to say that's like one of my favorite dessert, right? So to master self, I keep it away. So I can make healthy choices. I could have a few pieces of pineapple, a few strawberries, and a little bit of yogurt on the side. That has been my go-to dessert now. Because that double chocolate cake and butter pecan ice cream, oh my God, that's my weakness. That is my weakness. So I try to keep it out of the house. So you got to figure out what area of your life you've been undisciplined in, and let's master self. You'll be better for it when you master self. All right? You'll be better for it. You'll be more focused. You will make better decisions. You will manage your time well. You will make healthier choices when you're determined to master yourself. All right? Master yourself. It's very important for your success, for you to get ahead, right? If you're tired of cycles of almost getting there, almost getting it done, almost, right? Just on the edge, I almost did it. But guess what? I made a decision that was not productive, or I did something, I responded in a way that was not productive. So I didn't get it. I didn't get it and it didn't happen. No, let's master self. All right. Let's do that. Let's do that. And it's not that mastering self is control over everything. No, it's submission to the right thing. I'm going to submit to the right habits. I'm going to submit to the right decisions, right? That's what it is. That's really what it is. I'm going to submit to taking better care of myself, right? I'm going to submit to processing better thoughts, empowering thoughts. So that's what self-mastery is. Again, if you want the full outline, what I gave you was just some footnotes for each of these words. If you want the full outline for these words, the full strategies, get this book. There's so much more in it, so much more in this book. Again, it's mindset coaching in a book. It's not just a regular book that you just sit down and read. No, this book is going to get you to move, to act, to do something to make your life better. I promise you, if you get this book and you work the strategies in it, your life is going to be different in a good way. All right. So get the book on Amazon, The Bold Moves Manual. You can grab it on Amazon, or you can download the e-version of it from the link that is in my bio. All right. If you can't figure out how to get it, send me a DM and I will help you to get the book. But I promise you won't regret your purchase. Hey, Mosa, how are you? I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. All right. Awesome. So let's set our intentions for today. I want you to think about the goal that you're working on for this month, and consider 3 things that you can do today to get you 3 steps closer to the goal becoming a reality in your life. Thank you, Lilia. I appreciate you for showing up. All right, so get those 3 things done today. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. I know it's a holiday weekend, but we're determined to get to these goals. So we try to do at least 3 things each day to get us 3 steps closer to our goal. If you want to work with me, if you would like me to be your mentor in this season, you have some goals and you can't figure out how to execute on them, how to actually make them clear enough where you know exactly what you're doing and how you're going to get to the goal, send me a DM. I would love to help you get enrolled in the Action Accelerator, which is my mentorship program. We can work together on executing on these goals. The Dreamer's Journal is extremely helpful. Yes, you can also grab the Dreamer's Journal on Amazon, or the e-version is also available on the link in my bio. That is your daily accountability tool. if you struggle with staying focused on the things that you have to do throughout the day, like you know what the tasks are, you know what it is that you're supposed to be doing every day, but you struggle with focusing on them, you can grab the Dreamer's Journal to help you with that. That is an accountability tool. That is very effective. It's the 3 task method. You get 3 things done every day that gets you 3 steps closer to the goal becoming a reality. It's very strategic and powerful to help you get to your goal. But if you need my eyes on your goals, you need my help to strategize, then send me a DM with the word mentor, and I'll help you to get enrolled in the Action Accelerator so we can work together. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's make some decrees really quickly. And then I've got to go. My goodness, we've hit the 1 hour mark. We have hit the 1 hour mark. All right, let's make some decrees. We know that life and death lies in the power of the tongue. What you speak is what you will see. So we are very intentional about decreeing all powerful things over our lives. So I'm going to decree for all of us, and you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. There is power in agreement. So much power in agreement. So here we go. I decree that all things will work together for our good. I decree that the plans of God to prosper us, to give us hope and the future is made manifest. I decree that God has given us the power to make wealth, and not many days hence we will see tangible results. I decree that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. I decree that God will supply all our needs. I decree that the Lord will open up the windows of heaven and pour us out a blessing that we won't have room enough to receive. I decree that we prosper and that we're in good health, even as our souls prosper. I decree that God will make all grace to abound, and that we have all sufficiency in all things, and we abound in every good work. I decree that we have good success. I decree that we eat the labor of our hands. I decree that our case is different. We have favor with God, which gives us speed. I decree that we're happy and it is well with us. And I want you to make that one personal and type in the comments, I am happy and it is well with me. I am happy and it is well with me. You keep saying it until you feel it. Everything may not be perfect in your life right now, but I want you to declare, I am happy and it is well with me. You keep speaking that until things start to align with your words, right? I am happy and it is well with me. Type that in the comments. I am happy and it is well with me. I want you to know and understand the authority that you've got, the authority that's in your words, and use them. Use them to shape what you want to see, what you want to feel, right? Yes, I am happy and it is well with me. So here's the last one on our list. I decree that we're empowered to prosper according to the blessings released to Isaac in Genesis 26:13. We will become rich and our wealth will continue to grow until we become very wealthy. That is the scripture. We believe it, and so shall it be. So shall it be. And that is how we program a productive and a successful day. Thank y'all so much for typing I agree. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now our mindset and our intentions are set for today. And we know that anything is possible when you have the right mindset and the will to do what you say you're going to do. So get those 3 things done. Again, if you want to work with me, thank you so much. Hey, Lisa, how are you? If you want to work with me, DM me the word mentor. DM me the word mentor. For those of you who DM'd me yesterday, I did respond. So check your DMs so I can help you get enrolled in the Action Accelerator. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You have a happy Saturday as well. I do have a cookout on the list of things to do today. So I will be going to my friend's house today. I'm excited about that. So take the day on with faith and expectancy. Expect good things, expect answered prayers, expect promotion and increase. Remember that you can grab a copy of the book. Hey, Aline, you can grab a copy of the book on Amazon. Just type the title in or type my name in, or you can download the e-version from the link that is in my bio. If you miss anything I said today, the restream goes up on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I am the Productivity Coach on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. There's a lot of valuable content over there that you can catch up on my teaching there. All right, I'll be back tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Mark your set your alarms, right? Set your alarms and join me back here tomorrow morning. Hit the follow button so you'll get the notification. All right, have an amazing day. I will see you all in the morning. Bye for now.